Have you ever stopped to actually think about how a computer works? I mean, really think about it. It's almost magical, right? We just tap a screen or, click a button and boom, things happen instantly. But what's literally going on underneath all that hardware?
Welcome to today's Explainer. I'm so thrilled you're here with us. Look, our goal today is to completely demystify computer operations in just a few minutes. We're going to decode the absolute secret of computers, breaking down the whole shebang into a super simple logical sequence. So, let's dive right in and uncover the one secret formula that makes literally all of our technology possible.
So it all comes down to this one core concept, the IPOS cycle. IPOS simply stands for input, processing, output, and storage. Honestly, this cycle is the fundamental baseline for every single machine out there. Whether we're talking about a massive room-sized supercomputer or just the smartphone sitting in your pocket right now, this is the master key to understanding exactly how they tick. And this perfectly maps out the exact journey your data takes. Seeing it laid out like this kind of takes the mystery out of it, doesn't it? It's not magic at all. It's just a seamless, continuous loop from data entry all the way to the final result.
Here's our agenda for today. 1. Step 1, input. 2. Step 2, processing. 3. Step 3, output. And 4. Step 4, storage.
Step 1, input. Entering data into the computer.
All right, so this is the vital moment where you directly interact with the machine. We rely on everyday tools for this, right? Things like a keyboard, a mouse, a scanner, or a microphone. Quick fun fact for you, the very first computer mouse was actually made of wood. Crazy, right? But its purpose was exactly the same as the one you use today, acting as a literal entry point to feed our commands right into the system. Without these devices taking in our instructions, well, the computer would just sit there entirely useless.
To make it totally relatable, just think about typing your name on a keyboard. That is input. It really is that straightforward. The exact second you press those physical keys, you're feeding the computer raw data to start working with.
Step 2, processing. The CPU follows software instructions. Now we're looking under the hood at the invisible power of the machine. The core of all this is the Central Processing Unit, or CPU. I absolutely love this quote from our source material. It calls the CPU the brain of the computer, and that hits a nail on the head. Just like your human brain flawlessly processes what your eyes and ears take in, the CPU processes the data you just inputted. And it does all of this strictly according to instructions given by the software. It really is the true brain driving the entire operation. Let's actually look at how this brain works in action. Imagine you're using a calculator app. When you press 2 plus 3 equals, you've just completed the input step. Now, you're asking the CPU to calculate a result. Following the software's instructions, the CPU silently crunches those numbers behind the scenes. And modern CPUs, they do this unbelievably fast. We're talking billions of calculations in a single second just to figure out the answer.
Step 3, output. Showing the processed results.
Here is the magical moment where the computer's invisible calculations finally become visible, or, audible to us. We asked it 2 plus 3, and almost instantaneously, we get this incredibly satisfying visual payoff, the number 5. The calculated answer appears right there on the screen as our output. Basically, the computer is taking what it figured out during processing and communicating it right back out to the real world.
But how exactly does it show us that result? Well, common devices include the monitor, which is what displays our number 5, or maybe a printer to output it onto physical paper, or speakers to output audio. These are the tools the computer uses to reveal its invisible, behind-the-scenes work directly back to you.
Step 4, storage. Saving data and programs for later.
Now think about it. If we didn't have storage, all of this hard work would be permanently lost the exact moment the power is turned off. Poof, gone. To prevent that, the computer saves data on specific physical hardware like a hard disk, an SSD, or a USB drive. Ranging from deep internal drives inside the machine to those little portable flash drives you toss in your backpack, they securely hold our information so we can grab it again tomorrow, next week, or even next year.
So let's bring this whole thing full circle. Step 1, input. Step 2, processing. Step 3, output. Step 4, storage. The machine waits for your data, processes it using its brain, outputs the result for you to experience, and then stores it safely away. Seriously, cementing this simple, 4-step loop in your memory is the ultimate key to understanding all digital tools. Before we finish up, I really want to take a quick moment to credit our source material for today's explainer. This entire breakdown was inspired by the incredibly easy computer lessons from Computer with Izar. Honestly, acknowledging sources like this is so important because breaking down foundational lessons this cleanly is exactly what makes complex tech accessible for all of us. Alright, as we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final thought. Since we now know for sure that the IPOS cycle runs every single computer in existence, can you spot these 4 steps happening on the device you're using right now? Just think about it. You inputted a command to play this explainer, your CPU processed the video file, your monitor and speakers are currently outputting my voice, and all of it was retrieved from storage. It is literally all happening right in front of you. Thank you so much for joining me to decode this cycle, and hey, keep looking for these 4 steps everywhere you go.